Good
morning, everybody. How are y'all today?
We've been
Excuse
live?
the voice. No, I just went live. You
I'm
weren't
like,
paying attention.
it said,
Look,
says
I didn't
12
even have time to
seconds
put
for
my
me.
lipstick
And
on.
I'm not allowed to have new people.
We
Anyway,
got a full house this morning.
good morning, everybody. And
Good morning, Glenn. Glenn says he's going to catch us at work. Kawanda, good morning.
I can't see that.
The Simpsons Jewelry Channel, good morning. I'm putting them up for you.
Wait, you have to understand something. I'm trying to make my iPad stand vertical, and the dog is nudging me while I'm doing it. I can't do all that. So I'm just going to say good morning,
I'm going to go through the chat while you fix your thing. How about that? You just listen. The Simpsons Jewelry Channel, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you guys coming over from Johnny's channel? Purple Wax. Is it Wax? Winks. Why would I say Purple Wax? Purple Winks, good morning and welcome. Greg, good morning.
Was that an animal in the the icon?
The avatar is a little.
The avatar is really small.
I think it's a little puppy.
It looks. Oh yeah. Now I can make it out. It looks like a Yorkie. Hi, Greg. How's it going? Is Jennifer here, or is she out driving around?
Who?
Jennifer.
Who's driving? Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer must be getting a shake or something.
I'm the chocolate shake girl.
Oh, it's a Yorkie.
That's what it looked like. A little Yorkie.
Cool. But this is my little ragamuffin.
Comment.
She joins the show every day. And then my big one will jump in sometimes. And then Suzy has her two big ones.
Yeah, so Rock was edging me. And Norton is outside presently. And he was annoying me.
Right. Hey, Donna. So Purple Winks. Are you coming over from Johnny's? And the Simpsons Jewelry Channel. I know I've seen you around before. I'm going to make you guys moderators. So I will smurf you.
Hi, Donna.
And
I wonder if any of my relatives can check us out.
All right. Everybody's blue.
Hiding.
I'm sorry about the voice. This has been going on for about a week.
I'm going to say
it goes.
You sound pretty good comparison.
You're going to say what? Hey, Jennifer, we were just talking about you.
Maybe your ears were burning. Hey, good morning, Jennifer. I was asking.
So what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I said you sound pretty good. Oh, well, see, she couldn't talk the last few days very well, and now she can't hear. So it'll be fun to have a conversation.
Yeah. So if you can't understand me, just let me know.
I'll do the sign language with like my fake spelling. A, B, C.
So, Jennifer, a chocolate shake today? I sure could use a chocolate shake today. What's bad or good, Jennifer?
Morning.
My nose is red.
My nose is red. I tried something called makeup.
It's crazy.
Hey, MKT Yvonne.
Y'all hear my fan? I have a fan running on me.
Did you hear me? I said Yvonne. I know I didn't hear you say that. So.
Yeah.
I know.
I did say Yvonne.
I know. Well, I wasn't listening because I was saying her. Oh, MKT's here. That's Yvonne.
Yes.
Ooh, it takes me 5. I have to get embarrassed 5 times, and then I'll remember it. It's like a weird thing. But
well,
I often have that chance.
You said you were talking about me. Was it good or bad?
Well,
we just figured you were out on the road somewhere, and I was wondering if you went and got a shake or something this morning.
I was asking that. I said, "Is she here or is she driving?" And then I thought, "Oh, she might be getting a milkshake." And then she said it out loud. We don't want to.
I think she should come on and share her milkshake one day.
It would be nice. We could all have a sip, pass it along.
Yeah. I mean,
very healthy to have, Remember, did you ever go to like a teenage party where somebody got a bottle? I shouldn't say teenage, a 21-year-old party where someone got a bottle and you kind of took a swig. It was wine, and it was like that sweet wine.
That's a cheap screw top wine, the pink wine.
We used to get Boone's Farm. That's
yes.
It's old, right? And this other stuff called Uniti, Lambrusco, and Canai.
I know. She said she's getting ready to go to Wawa's.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not sure if she's getting a shake.
It's cold. Maybe you can get a hot
Yvonne wants to know if Wawa is Walmart. No, Yvonne, Wawa is like a convenience type store.
I think I should explain it because I'm from New Jersey.
Well, go ahead. I went one time.
All right. Well, I don't know if you have Quick Checks or 7-Elevens but Wawa actually spread from around her area up here. And it's a convenience store that is usually related to a big gas station. And usually it's very clean and they have good food. I love their soft pretzels. They are not made in the store. They are brought in. Now, our Wawa went from gorgeous to really crappy in a couple years. And after I went to the bathroom and they had a garbage bag as the door, I said, I'm not going to do this anymore. Wow.
Your car insurance has expired. Kawanda, I'm not sure if I tell you good morning. Good morning, hon. Yeah, this is 7 days for me. And just when I think it's getting better, it goes away again. So, and then my daughter gave it to me. My sister, and then I gave it to my sister-in-law. It's crazy. It's just never ending. I hope you feel better. Oh, you didn't make much shake money this week. Well, you're gonna have to put your shake link up there for the greatest link dropper in the world.
Come on.
Greg, can you drop Jennifer's buy me a shake link? Because I know she won't do it. Or maybe she will since she hadn't had much.
That was somebody collecting for a charity.
Girl, I know that feeling. I bought a few things. I told Garrett, I said, I don't know if we're going to finish or not, but we're going to try.
They were in Walmart's? I would think that too then. If nice. They were in Walmart parking lot. We have a Popeyes and we don't have any kind of gas station in front of our Walmart, but we have a Popeyes and there is a Subway in the Walmart.
We have Racetrack and Pilot.
We have Raceway.
Yeah, our Racetrack is the big one. Now Pilots have like a mini Dunkin' Donut little setup, and then they have a Subway. Racetrack does their own food, but it's not like Wawa food. It's like pizza and quick stuff.
I personally like Quick Check food a little better, but not necessarily like their cooked chicken or anything. Just if you want I'll say like a ham and cheese kind of sandwich, that's fine.
I don't know. When Garrett and I stopped at the Wawa on our way home from your wedding, that sandwich we got for breakfast was pretty good.
Well, like I said, they used to be good, and it depends where you're going. But the one that we went to, we both got sick after eating there. And we thought it was too coincidental that we both got sick after eating.
Right. Hey, Regina. Good morning. Suzy, you ever check? I know you like to go to bed early sometimes, but Regina's show is so funny. Her co-host is a hoot.
Send me if you see it on. I can't.
It's at night. I go to bed really early, so I don't always catch it, but I try. Regina, drop your link, honey. Anybody can drop your links.
Well, I can't get the link
to each other. I'm sure everybody is already subscribed to each other.
I sometimes can come back later, but if I'm on the iPad, I can't think while I'm live. So don't be offended. Because all I can see is comments. I can't type to the audience.
Yvonne says, okay, because she wanted a Wawa card. Well, someone gifted her their card. And she thought it was a Walmart card, but it was actually a Wawa card, like the sandwiches and stuff. and they don't have anywhere she lives. But you'll have to mail that card over to Jennifer, since that's her milkshake spot.
I love their soft pretzel. They are my favorite soft pretzel.
Jennifer said, G can't. I said, G, can you drop a link? Look, he did, Jennifer. He dropped your link. See that? Jennifer's milkshake link.
That's funny.
Don't underestimate Greg. She goes, damn it, G. Oh my God. Everybody's saying hello. Oh, look, Jennifer dropped Regina's link. Regina, what is your co-host's name again? I know it starts with a D. My brain is not working. He is so funny. But they're very informative. Oh, y'all, I got to show you. You know, I participated in the gift thing. Wait, let me grab it. On Victoria's channel. And Annie Aldacto had my name. And this is one of the things I asked for. Let me open it for you. So this was my gift. It's it's for diamond painting. So it's the little kit. And I already filled it up with one of my things I'm working on. That, and I got a new loop. It came in a case and everything.
That's nice.
It's really nice. It's got like a little black light on it. It's got all the little Derek. Okay. And it's got all the, see, it's got one of those, and then it's got the regular lights. So cool.
That's cool.
Derek is her fundamentals. That's his channel. Derek.
Stop. They're fighting.
Very nice channel. Very. So. Oh, let's see. Dad's Vintage Garage. I'm so sorry. I missed you. He says Wawa is his go-to.
Hi, Dads. I hope they just fix ours up. That's all. I like that they have free air. So but you have to wait usually a very long time, and if you're freezing, it's very crowded parking lot.
Yeah, I'm putting these. I think I'm missing comments.
We're getting in.
If I missed you, not all here today.
We should have a conversation, and then we'll read the comments. But anyway,
I feel like you're so far back.
I'm actually leaning like right to the camera, but when you were going to get, I leaned back. I'm very uncomfortable sitting here.
It's okay. You can sit back. Regina said they don't have a Wawa.
You'll get them. I think they're expanding. It's kind of like, I don't want to say, because it's like a virus. It's spreading.
You're their new PR person.
These dogs are giving me whiplash. They're banging into the chair so hard. It's making I'm going to spill my coffee. Where are you that there is no Wawa? I'm curious. I know that they have them in Philadelphia. They have them in Delaware.
Gina's down south somewhere, if I'm not mistaken.
But every other places, some of the other places have some good. Like, we don't have Buc-ee's, and we're not even close to a Buc-ee's. And Buc-ee's is like the truck stop. Or whatever.
When we were on our way home from your wedding, we drove an hour out the way to go to Buc-ee's.
Are you going to stop this? Please go lay down. Please, go upstairs. Go upstairs. There's something. They keep bonging on me.
Oh, that's sweet.
Reselling. There's Mr. Woozy. Take that, Tony, please take that thing down so Roxy can go upstairs and get away from Lauren.
Morning, Tony.
Morning.
I watched a Christmas movie, a Hallmark movie yesterday, and it was about people doing Christmas decorations. And I swear that little man looked like Tony a little bit. And I told Gary, I said, it's Tony. And he drew the plans of all the Christmas stuff. It was funny.
Well, I think that do you still draw plans for your Christmas stuff? Or did you just wing it this year?
Sometimes I do plans. I didn't this time.
He usually does plans. He didn't this time, he said. But
anyway, it was about this guy. He did the plans and stuff, and his friend did all the work, most of the work part of it. Anyway, they got in a big old fight. Some families were feuding because it took too long to do the plans. But they all came together at the end. But it was cute, and I just thought he looked like Tony a little bit, and it was funny. Regina says she's in Alabama.
Hi. Welcome
they just got a Buc-ee's.
Oh, you did? Yes.
The beaver nuggets are really good, Regina.
All right. I'm now.
Jeffrey.
I don't know what to do here. I'm trying to fix up.
Hours too, Yvonne. I'm sorry. I can't see you, so I can't hear you. We have one called Crispy Crunchy. They just built it here. And it's right across the street from I don't know, Valero, I think.
No, okay. Give me back my napkin. Thank you. You stole half of it. My dog, Norton.
Norton is not bad. Stop.
I have to tell you something. Norton is very attracted to things made out of wood and paper. Paper's made out of wood. And the other day, I thought he was giving me affection, and he was jumping up and trying to I thought he was nuzzling and hugging me. I had a paper towel in my pocket, and he was just trying to steal it. And I thought, this little jerk.
Oh, he's kissing you. Quit talking bad.
Well, because I took a paper towel out of his mouth just now, and I put it in my pocket. He's trying to butter me up, so I won't pay attention to him pickpocketing me. he's a
pickpocket.
He's a pickpocket. And I know if any dog is going to pickpocket, they should take good stuff, not paper towels. I'm sorry.
Jennifer, I think they taste like pancakes with syrup. My husband told me I'm crazy.
I think they taste like those the honey pops. They used to be called sugar pops when I was a kid, and then sugar became a bad thing.
It's a little more syrupy tasting than the sugar pops.
They taste like sugar pops that have almost a crunchy coat, a super coated sugar pop.
Right. So it's sexy.
Sexy too.
Well, Buc-ee's is it's one of the largest gas stations / convenience store. They have food, they have gifts, they have anything you can think of. Oh my God, I bought the freshly made brisket sandwich.
Yeah. How was that?
Oh my God, it was so good.
Okay. They have breakfast sandwiches with brisket. They have brisket by the pound. They have brisket in sandwiches and various combinations, with barbecue.
Sausages, all kinds of stuff. They have pastries. Kind of pastries, I guess. Donuts.
They're smoked meats. They're very clean bathrooms. They're,
And the minute you take one thing off the shelf, somebody's putting another one back. Yvonne says your dog is a ham.
He's a ham. But now I don't like what he's doing. Stop looking yourself.
Well, that's what dogs do. You know why they do that?
Because they can.
Yeah.
Because, I guess. But I wouldn't look myself, I don't think. I mean, ugh. Can you imagine if you had a buddy at your tail because your behind was itching or something? He still chases his tail every once in a while. And I'm like, don't you chew on that beautiful tail. And as I said that, he's trying to grab
Frances was trying to jump up on the table. She's like, you can't share Norton all by yourself.
Usually Roxy comes up here and tries to buddy up to me. Oh, now, don't you throw up on my bed. Don't ignore it.
Roxy thinks I'm special, so.
I wish I could show you this. He's got such a big foot. It's almost the size. It's almost the size of my hand. I was
gonna say, put it in your hand. That's a big foot.
Big foot. And I thought Roxy had very long feet. Lauren takes the cake. He's like polar bear.
He's a big boy.
Very cute. Very big. Huge. We thought he was going to make 80 pounds, but he just shoved and all this fur came off of him.
Is he more?
Well, he was 75 when he got neutered. This dog. Come here, give it to mommy. Give it.
Yvonne says he needs shoes.
Give it. Where are you finding these things? Are you in the bathroom? Move. Paper towel number 2 I took from him. Where is he finding them is what I want to know. So I have to investigate my house to see where is this magical lineup of paper towels. I think he's going.
Okay, Jennifer, we will.
He went to the bathroom and he went in the garden. That's nice. Are you stealing everybody's paper towels in the universe? He must have a little hiding spot somewhere.
Well, he does. I'm sure he does. Hey, Anna.
He left now to go get more. But I closed the bathroom door.
So when you get the shoes, you'll have to show Yvonne. She said he needs shoes.
He needs shoes. I don't even know what size to pick. They don't have like something a little like about the size of a deer. I don't even know.
Jennifer says he's getting it from the trash can.
I'm pretty sure he was because he went outside the door now, and he was testing the bathroom door to see if.
Hey, Roxy.
And now Norton's getting jealous of Roxy, and there's going to be a dog fight. You watch this live. Watch it live. Ah! They're stepping on me.
Good morning, Deborah. It's just Suzy fighting with her dogs. Now you were sideways for a second.
Stop it.
Wanda says baby booties.
I think they would eat almost toddler ones, but yeah, or more than babies. Because, well, I actually heard some going on. They left.
Yeah, I think it's their fascination. It's something easy they can chew. Precious likes like paper towel rolls and toilet paper, the cardboard. I'd let it chew on them for a little bit and then I'd pick them up.
I'm gonna tell you, I asked the vet tech the last time actually, and then I asked the vet, why is he so into wood? And he said they enjoy, first of all, they enjoy chewing. Chewing releases endorphins to them, or they said. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if I could tell. And then they said they like wood because if it starts out like kind of firm and then it gets softer in their mouth. And since they like wood, I mean, paper's made out of wood and it's instantly soft in their mouth. So they enjoy that, like, kind of, that's what they told me. I don't know how they would even know that, but they,
Roxy.
Hi, Roxy, and I got to my at the same time.
Deborah says she has a Roxy. It's an English Bull Terrier.
Aw. Well, this is really from the doghouse today because I have the tail wagging. Can I go above? What? What are you doing?
She said you put knit socks with ties, or they'll take them off. And you got to watch those because they like to swallow socks, which is not good.
No, please. I mean, Norton, we see things in his mouth that are very unusual sometimes. Like, he used to come in with rocks in his mouth. He comes in with twigs. I get the leaves. I get the stuff he can find in New York. But then one day I see him on the bed chewing on something, and it sounds like something hard. And it was Tony's wedding ring. So I'm like, you know, I have to really pay attention. And I mean, he once picked up a piece of glass, and then he's had pottery in his bed. I think he has pica. And then Tony said that's made up. And I go, it's not a made up thing. Dogs can't.
No, pica is not a made up thing, especially for humans.
Well, I know for him, but like for dogs, you thought. He goes, every dog has pica. They put it. No, there's dogs that just eat, like, they enjoy like dog things. And then Norton will try to consume anything. I mean, if he comes in with sometimes 2 rocks in his mouth. Very strange. Your rocks is from London. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's nice. Oops.
Oh, where'd you go?
I was trying to get to and I'm like, I don't know. I'm live here, but I lost my button to see the, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm listening.
But I know, but like okay. I was gonna say I can't see the comments.
Well,
That thing was
Regina said,
first.
sweet doggy.
Okay.
You want me to read them all? I can't read.
Well, the thing about I'm now seeing them.
Right. They do put the whole big old bones in their mouth. Hey, Jessica. Aw. How's the dumpster diving going?
Hi,
The
Jessica.
best pimper in the world is Jessica.
She's the best what in the world?
Pimper. She says, I pimped you out. She shared.
Oh. I remember you saying that
Yvonne said her old
Oh.
dog was stuck up and not even look at bones, wood, or paper. She only like sees her dog food. Well, yeah, she is bougie. But you know, since Precious got her teeth pulled, she will only eat out of her hands now.
Well,
I can put it in a plate and hold the plate, and she won't eat it.
Well, that's called
spoiled.
Little dogs getting away with stuff because they can. She will eventually eat out of her plate. Hey, Johnny.
Well, but the thing is, Bella gets it, and she doesn't even have a chance to eat. You see, what happened is she wouldn't get down because she was feeling so bad, and they pulled all her teeth but 7. So we would feed her in our hands while we were holding her. Now she's. But look at this. How could you not feed her in your hands? She needs a haircut. Can't find her eyes.
She's cute. When Norton had his,
how could you not feed her?
Norton was making me hold the bowl for him when he had his cone on his head, and I put the bowl. I could be touching the bowl and put it all the way down to the ground, and if I took my hand away, he'd stop eating. And I said, "Well, this is going to change." So one day I kind of put it between my feet, like I have my foot instead of my hand, and then eventually he started eating it. But he was being really weird about it. Was the neutering that got him a little weird about it.
I feel like this light is washing me out. Or maybe I am just washed out. So anybody got any good reselling stories this week? I went. Oh, go ahead.
I had a good one. I mean, I'll ask you. You could ask me. I sold a bunch of Christmas and Hanukkah related items, but
nice.
Basically that's it. Nobody was interested in. I mean, I just started a closet at Poshmark after having a closet that I started a brand new one, thinking they favor new people, and I mean, it's so new. I only have like 35 listings or so. But the other one had like hundreds. But anyway. But they did let me sell. One night, I don't know if I mentioned it last time, I got a Christmas sweater that got shared almost 1,000 times. And it was a real fluke. But it made it sell. So it's like they blessed me with a bunch of
Nice.
It seemed like, I don't know if they can do it themselves, maybe. They can maybe auto share an item and make it seem like other people did it. I don't know. It didn't seem real at all. There's no way I think 1,000 people can get coordinated and just share something. But I usually I listed a Dior bracelet and it's getting a lot of likes, but nobody's bitten or even offered yet.
Okay, Yvonne says she sold a vintage sweater for $65 and it cost her $1.99. Yay!
That's fantastic.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
That's great. That's really
Jennifer,
nice.
I actually had a sale this week. Wasn't much, but glad I had one.
I agree.
That's awesome.
I agree. Sometimes it's nice to just get to wrap something up and bring it out of your house.
All right, Kawanda, bye. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Kawanda.
Nice. I've been selling a lot of brooches. Not a lot, but at least a couple a week. So,
I don't know. I can't see that. I don't have the opportunity to look at the chat today. It's like I'm stuck here.
Everybody's just saying hi and bye. Oh, Deborah says she's shipping out her eBay and Amazon this morning. I want to learn how to do Amazon.
You should.
I know, but I got so much on my plate already.
There was somebody selling vintage on Amazon, and I'm thinking if they're selling vintage, it's used. You could sell some vintage glass on Amazon. I bet. Try. It's not. I think Amazon gets more lookers than almost any other selling platform. Maybe eBay at times, but like you can't. I think eBay has too much control over whether they like let people see your stuff, and I think Amazon lets everybody see if you hit in the search bar.
Jennifer says, "Was she sold a brooch?" I think, like you were telling me that too. Like this is kind of like brooch season.
It is because people, if you're wearing like a sweater, it's the perfect time to put on a brooch. Just because if it's like if it has a little weight to it, and you put it on like a t-shirt kind of material, it might make 2 holes. But if you put it on a knitted thing, it's less likely to make holes. Is what I'm thinking. And so it's perfect.
Yeah, Yvonne says she wants to sell on Amazon too. I tell you who's killing it on Amazon is Mr. Chris. Chris, if you're lurking, congratulations, dude. He's got some awesome sales on Amazon. Him and those Squishmallows. I don't ever find them. It's probably because he bought them all. Bye, Jessica.
Well, okay, Five Below. I'm going to give you a tip. Five Below, get on their email list, and they get like, what do you call it? Like when they drop a new Squishmallow, they'll send you like a link saying we're dropping one tomorrow. And if you get, even if you get it for full price, I bet there's a good chance you'll either get your money back or double or triple. I mean, look at how some of them are really worth a lot of money. Now, I don't know if any of you do it, but if you watch the Extreme Couponers and you shop at some of the stores like, is it CVS and Walgreens? They have those like.
Sorry, my phone. I'm sorry.
They have those things like if you buy a certain amount of points for other stuff, so you could do like retail arbitrage. You could buy your stuffed animal, get points to buy like toothpaste, probably, or buy the toothpaste to buy the stuffed animal.
Chris,
hey, there's the eyeballs.
Chris, you are killing it, dude. Congratulations. I mean, I may not always comment, but I watch videos, and I mean, it's amazing. You willing to do a class with me? I need somebody to teach me. So, yeah, Deborah says she used to sell a lot. She pared back. She sells new at tag baby clothing and toys. The safety paperwork is a pain in the butt. I bet. Yeah, you see, Chris buys a lot at Walgreens. Oh, I'm telling you, secrets, Chris. I'm sorry.
The mom, Yvonne was just writing that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what is a good price to pay for Squishmallows, like the new ones. You know, I'm cheap, so I don't like to spend a lot.
I'm going to try to reload. I want to be able to see the comments, okay?
He said the hardest part about Amazon is getting ungated. So I guess gated is when you can only sell certain things. Bye, Purple.
I'm going to try to reload because I just sitting here and not seeing anything is strange for me.
All right, I'll let you back in. Well, I don't know, but I mean, I was watching all this, the Squishmallows Chris has been selling, and then I never make it to Walgreens. She's back. Hold on.
Yeah, now I have it. I don't know.
Okay, you see it now? Okay. Nice. Purple just left.
I can see I can see the comment. By Purple Winks.
All right, Chris, you're going to give me a tutorial?
I want to try to.
I would even buy you lunch, Chris. I'll meet you for lunch. I'll buy you lunch if you do that.
Wow, Chris, gonna get lunch out of it.
Oh, I know. We need to stop talking about her.
Who?
Jennifer said we needed to stop talking about you. When you left, we were talking about you.
That was pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have to be pretty short.
Jennifer types fast.
No, I mean, I was only gone a short while. You would have had to have a really
She went,
quick
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Jennifer types real fast. So, I would never talk about you.
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't. Never. Better not. If I find out.
You're heavy.
I mean, I hate to say it, but like,
Right.
what do they say? Like,
Jennifer said we had to stop talking about you because now you can see the comments.
People hold grudges. Yep. I'll hold a grudge.
Oh, you a grudge holder?
I will hold a grudge. It depends what it is, obviously. But yeah. If I feel like, it. I forgive people sometimes, but I don't really forget. But I don't always forget. It depends what you do to me. If you say that my dogs are untrained, I'd say, yeah, I know. Come and train them, please.
And then like 6 months later, you know what she said about my dogs?
One vet said that to me when my very first puppy jumped on her and she goes, oh, she needs to learn manners. And I'm thinking, you need to learn manners. That was very rude. I said I never went back to her. I was thinking, she's a puppy. She wanted to say hi to you, so she put her front paws on your leg. Sorry.
Greg says that Suzy's now husband wouldn't let her play WAP at the wedding reception.
He said, look, I'll tell you the truth. I said, I'm going to put some hip hop on the list. And he said, well, I don't want to hear it. I go, well, I don't want to hear some of the stuff you picked. And I gave it to the DJ and he said he would play. He just didn't. The DJ only played like 3 songs I asked for. So basically he got paid a lot of money to just do his own thing. I mean, he had like some recorded list of music he played.
And he was dancing. He had a good old time.
Well, the DJ, he did play guitar in the beginning, which was nice. And he played for a little while, he played violin at the end. But during his violin. Yeah, but during the DJ part, he seriously, I don't even I hate to say it. I like some people's music, but I don't like them enough that I wanted to hear them at my wedding. And let's just say he played a lot of like Whitney Houston. I like her, but I didn't want to hear it at my wedding. I had a list of songs we really wanted to hear, and he played Whitney Houston and other people that I wouldn't have put on. But she has a lovely voice, and you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes you have favorites, like we wanted to hear a couple of Elvis Costello songs that didn't come on, and maybe Rolling Stones, but whatever.
Well,
it's pouring.
Jennifer, be careful, hon. We had some horrible stuff. There was 3 deaths in Louisiana.
I'm sorry.
One was a 30-year-old mom, and an 8-year-old boy. And the other one was a 56-year-old lady. So, we're lucky we didn't have more, but for the 3 people, I'm sure devastating for the families. Yvonne says the Squishmallows in 1999 at Walgreens, and they sell for $25. So no room for profit unless it goes right. Exactly. Right. Hey, Mama.
If you get like those, she said she got a coupon or something. If you get the free coupon, if you get like a $10 credit toward your next purchase rather, then it's obviously it'll be worth it probably. But I wouldn't. Unless it was like a Halloween one and then they put it on half price and you could go and it would still be around, then it would be really worth it. But I get it. What about that frog that sold for $100?
What?
Remember that frog that you told me about?
Oh, yeah. I think Chris sold the frog.
For a lot of money?
Chris disappeared. He's not telling his secrets.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't
we all start looking.
But I don't sell stuffed animals. I'd like to sell other things on Amazon, not his Squishmallows.
I have a lot of
stuff. I wouldn't do that to somebody, but I would like to sell other stuff.
I have a set of 3 dinosaur stuffed animals that are about, I'm going to say, like around the size of my head. I mean, in length, not really. And I would even take like $10 for them just to. Yeah. And I think that that's a fair price.
Right. You know what I've been selling? I have a few of is and I bought them at our church garage sale, and they pretty much look new. They're not new, but they look new. Is the Peeps? Somebody had a whole collection of Peeps that they brought.
I don't even know what a peep is, except
you know, at Easter times, the Peeps, the little
you mean
marshmallow
the
Peeps, but they right, but there were stuffed animals Peeps.
I smell bacon. I feel like that's very unfair to be making bacon while I'm live on the air.
Who's making bacon?
Mr. Woozy is making
bacon.
Maybe
he'll bring you a bacon sandwich.
No, I'll say to you.
You're right, Jennifer. She says Chris is probably working unlike us, which is why he is successful on Amazon. But I don't even know how to sell on Amazon.
Okay, I want to tell you one thing. Number one, they have you could just push the button right on Amazon's website and it'll say sell with us. And then they will at least get you started. But there are probably 1,000 videos on how to sell on Amazon.
Yeah.
I
think what's his name? Is his name Buffalo Picker? I think he has some things, and he started selling. I think it's Buffalo Picker. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But he started selling on Walmart too.
Walmart has that as well. Oh my God. Every Target has it. Walmart has it. I know you said Walmart, and I was gonna say, yeah, Walmart has it. It goes farther. There's so many retailers now that have that link, and I'm trying to think of more, but there are so many out there.
Yeah. Greg says Chris is just playing with his inventory. Oh wait, y'all, let me mute you a second.
I'm playing with some of my inventory. I decided, well, these are kind of pretty. Let me just wear them at least once so that I can I bought bundles of jewelry, and sometimes I like it. I'll wear it, maybe. You're right. People return stuff to Amazon a lot. I guess I've taken advantage of their liberal return policy when it came to trying to find. They sell clothes, and sometimes I'll buy let's say a large and an extra large and see which one fits better, which is kind of but they offer that service. But I know retailers are starting to get less liberal with their return policy, which I can't blame them. If you're a small person, let's say, us, we're not big corporations. And if people start trying stuff on and returning it, it could be devastating to us. I agree with Chris on that occasionally, but tools are so essential. However, stuffed animals are cuter and more fun. I happen to like tools. I'm a kind of a tool geek. So Timeless Jules Bay, okay, Deborah, I don't always wear the stuff I'm gonna sell. Once I list it, I put it in the drawer. Before I sell it, I might put it on, and then just so I could, if I like it, I'll just see if I want to keep it or not. It's like a try-on thing. If some jewelry feels very comfortable on my ear, but if it didn't, I would be like, okay, I'll sell it.
Okay. All right. I see. They talking about Flipping Goodies and Buffalo Picker. They said they had a lot of bad experience with returns. Yeah.
Well, that is true. I could imagine. I imagine people will. Do they even return the right stuff?
Hey.
There was one situation where I got I dropped off stuff to return at a UPS store, and they said I don't need a box. But the guy at the UPS said, well, that's a retail outlet for UPS. We're the actual UPS distribution center, and we take in things to be returned. But you need a box. And they said, don't worry, I'll find something for you. And I'm thinking, are they going to find something for me? Or are they going to find its way into their trunk?
Okay.
Anyway, they did help me out. But I've actually returned stuff to Amazon, and I returned it to Whole Foods, and they lost 2 of my returns and recharged me. And I'm like, how can I even prove that I even like returned it now? I mean, I returned it, they scanned it, they threw it in the box. I didn't have it anymore. And
she sells jewelry, but she only wears a few rings and bracelets.
Well, when I do these shows here, or if I go out to supper, I'll put on, usually, like, if I'm thinking, I'll put on earrings, and I wear my own personal rings. I don't usually don't wear the rings I'm going to sell.
Yeah.
But like I said, once I've listed something, it goes in the drawer.
Jennifer says tools are fun too, because Greg had said that Chris was probably playing with his stuffed animals. And Chris said stuffed animals were more fun than tools. So they're having a back and forth of what's more fun, tools or stuffed animals.
Well, I'd rather, if I have to repair some of the things in this house, and stuffed animals. I could use them to paint the walls. Maybe I could sponge paint with a stuffed animal. Right. But tools are really more helpful. I really should paint the house with the stuffed animals, because I'm probably never going to list any of them.
Right.
Even if I do, sometimes I feel like mine are going to sit around.
Right. That's nice, Deborah.
What?
She said she got a fantastic ruby and diamond set in a thread-up 15-piece box. Wow. She says she won't wear it, but she hasn't sold it yet. She says she likes to look at it. Wow. I haven't tried thread-up. I used to watch the thread-up things when they were. That's the one I was trying to tell you about the other day. Remember, I couldn't remember what it was. It's thread-up.
I think I've tried to get any of these resellers that had boxes. Like 2 years ago, you could get stuff from them. Now it's so hard. They'll say, okay, we're releasing at 7. I've gone on the website. By the time it will be like 6:59, it'll turn 7. I'll put it in my cart, and by the time I go to pay for it, it's out of my cart. And I'm like, how did that even happen? It's like
I don't know. Maybe it's sold out or something.
But yeah, I've gone to the Blue Box site and the American Thrift site, and in the Blue Box site, I have had stuff I was checking it out. It's in my cart. I'm paying for it. And as I press like the last button, they said it went out of your cart. And I'm like, well, that's totally uncool. If I'm committing to these 2 boxes, they should at least let me to see if my payment goes through.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. That just seemed unscrupulous to me. And you're saying it's hard to get the thread-up jewelry boxes? Yeah. Well, I've never ever seen them.
The blue boxes are easier, but every time I log on, it's like they're sold out. I don't know what to say to you. The secret to get them.
I don't know if I've gotten anything. I've gotten one seemed kind of, at least it had like stuff that was wearable. One time I got a crappy box from Goodwill, and one time I got one that was just like a whole bunch of chains. And I don't know what was going on with that. Like, I mean, literally, like, very, like, they say it's like a 5-pound box or something, but if it's all, you hardly get anything if you're just getting heavy pieces of chain. And I was like, I should have tried to return it, but I didn't. Anyway.
Well, I just bought some jewelry from a local thrift store, and everything is usually a quarter to $1. So they had a set hanging in the background. And I'm thinking, it must be like expensive. I said, can I see it? It was $2. And it was earrings and a necklace, and the pendant and the earrings were sterling. So that was nice. And I paid $2 for it. And then I found another little bitty pair of earrings that was sterling.
Let me ask Deborah now. Okay, Deborah, thank you for that. She's saying about the blue box that she logs in early and she keeps refreshing. I did try to put in to have like that. I think it was like Apple Pay, but that was with my old iPad, not this iPad. Let me ask you another question now. I want to know, by Deborah, do you feel that it's worth it? Because I'm going to say that I don't know that I felt that it was really, I mean, I know occasionally sometimes they'll stick in some kind of, like, I think I got a Dior bracelet in some bracelet.
Are you covering your speaker? Because your volume is going in and out.
I'm not. I'm sitting. I'm just holding the iPad.
Better. That's better.
Okay.
Or maybe it's my ears. I don't know.
No, it's possible. It's just the internet going in and out.
I have a jewelry question.
Okay, one of my dogs is barking nonstop, and for some reason, Tony is not paying attention. And
no, I bet I know what it is. It was bacon.
No, I think that when Norton cries, he has to poop, but when he barks, he has to pee. So
she said sometimes it's worth it. She gets gold and sterling sometimes. A lot of craft dirty items.
Okay, because I just thought they avoided giving me the gold.
Is it a special day that they do the box?
I know he is. I'm doing it right in my face.
Oh, he's barking right in my face. No mind.
I thought they want his bacon, huh?
Maybe. It's very rude. It's very rude. We should have trained. I don't know. I bet he might have to go out, but it might be a ploy. He's like a criminal mastermind. He's trying to separate Tony from his paper towel.
Okay, or she says it's Friday at 3 Easter. Okay, I didn't know that.
Wait, 3? It's
3
6
Eastern.
for us. Are you on the West Coast? 6 Eastern. Okay. I get it. Thanks.
Oh,
are you talking about the blue boxes? That's when that is. Now, I signed up for the American thrift boxes too, and they always say we dropped now. Every time I go there, nothing. Then I thought it was a similar time frame. I think they drop at the same exact time because they're competing.
So she got a box from Florida that had 6 Bali sterling silver gemstone bracelets.
See, now that's it. I got my box from, like I want to say Hicksville, Egypt, and they it had like a bunch of plastic kid jewelry in it.
Okay. All right. I have a question to jewelry people. If I describe something as a cabochon, does cabochon just mean, like I know what the shape is, or does it have to be a gemstone?
No, it could be. You could just say a cabochon is a shape. It's like it's the dome-shaped stone. But the stone can be a non-stone. It could be glass. It could be clay. It could be plastic or acrylic or lucite.
Okay. Because I read on Google and it said a gemstone. That's why it confused me.
Yes, they would probably say that. But if you go and just look at if you look at go on Fire Mountain Gems, which is a place that sells.
Right. I know. I'm familiar.
Yeah, and you say cabochon, see what comes up. I mean, they probably have some. Mostly people do gems, but I went to a jewelry supply place that supplied mass marketers, and I think they supplied Miriam Haskell because I have a lot of the kind of stuff that she used to use to work into her jewelry, and they had cabochons of not precious, like they had fake turquoise and imitation onyx that people put in their jewelry. So it's not always real.
Okay.
And they even had metal pieces that were domed that could be set.
Right. Okay. No, because that's the shape and the thing in that set I just bought for $2. It's got like the black cabochon in it, and then I had a brooch with a pink in it, but I was afraid to list it as that because I didn't know if it's plastic and I don't want to say plastic, maybe acrylic.
Some people say acrylic, or even I don't know how you could tell. That's another thing I should ask I wish somebody would come on and say this is a lucite bead and this is why it's lucite versus acrylic or plastic, because lucite was something that's highly collectible, and I personally want to know. I'm gonna have to look. Maybe I'll look for a video about it. But what is lucite versus Bakelite versus plastic versus acrylic, because I mean, you could kind of tell. Almost anybody could tell the cheapo plastic.
Hey,
you just know. But
exactly, Yvonne. That's what I read, and that's what confused me. That it says it's a gemstone that has been shaped and polished as opposed to faceted, resulting in a usually convex obverse or flat reverse. Now, I was looking at some lady, and she said a way to tell glass is where the hole is. It's usually an indent if it's glass. And she said lucite is a brand name like Velcro.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Jennifer says a lot of it confuses her too. Lucite is plastic.
It's a plastic that is a brand name. So it's hard now. So I feel now that I cannot. I have seen people say these are lucite, like vintage lucite beads. And I'm like, well, then are you taking liberties with your description? Because yeah, you are.
And sometimes you can kind of tap them and see. I mean, it's hard. I don't know. Some lucite almost looks like glass, and it's hard to tell. I mean, it's good plastic that looks like glass almost.
Well, I've had faceted plastic that is very reflective and very lightweight. So for the size of the piece, it's like nice to wear. And one of my favorite necklaces as a young woman was like these faceted hearts, and they were definitely lucite type material and beautiful. And everybody complimented me on this necklace. It was just like a lovely thing to wear. And if it was topaz, it was topaz color, but if it was like real, it would be like, it would be so heavy around your neck. You can say pearlized, satirized.
Okay.
I don't know what, I won't even know like how to say that word. A gemstone
will have carbon, tiny black dots, or
rutiles are elongated inclusions.
Okay.
Sometimes they're black, or like sometimes they're. I mean, I bought tourmalated. They call it like I bought rutilated calves, rutilated quartz, and tourmalated quartz.
Yeah. There's some nice looking turquoise is not really turquoise. That's hard for me sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's blatantly just cheap stuff that you could tell, but sometimes it's not. Excuse me.
There's definitely, and then even with turquoise, some of it has been stabilized. So it could be real turquoise, but it might have something over it to keep it from, like, it has a lot of inclusions that could make it fractured. And then I've seen like actual turquoise in a matrix of epoxy that they used to use that in jewelry in the 70s.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Thanks for stopping by.
Take care.
Well, some of it confuses me, and I don't want to write the wrong thing, and then somebody comes back, and
I get it. Don't worry about it.
Because if I copy a listing, that you have to be real careful, because something I copied, it was something I sold. It was gold tone, and in the metal type, not just the color, they were gold. So be careful when you copy in that.
See, now, I used to think if you write gold, to me, it's, unless you say 24 karat, 12 karat, 10 karat, 22 karat, it to me is like, I would just consider it to be gold color. And then someone says, no, you really should just write gold tone. And I'm like, wow. I mean, I would think that in the description, you should say what it is, or just assume it's not real gold.
Okay. Deborah says there's a good USB microscope on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. She uses a large microscope that started with a USB.
Okay. Now,
Yvonne says she's purchased sterling silver from auctions and it was fake, but it was marked 925.
I've done that as well.
Mine.
I've done that as well. But sometimes it's coated so thick that even if you take a scraping, it tests silver. But also, I've bought sterling that doesn't test sterling because it has rhodium plate, and rhodium will not test sterling. And it really, really was sterling. So it's like you can't win for losing sometimes.
Hey.
I have a bracelet. I don't think it's up here, but it tests sterling, and it's like it's not marked, and I'm almost scared to sell it as sterling because it's not marked, but it's not magnetic and it tested sterling.
Hey.
So I just feel comfortable.
You could just say that in your listing.
And I can't. Back when I used to do auctions back in the day, I did not test. I didn't know how to test, and I just used a magnet.
She said that she thinks people who don't test are pretty much avoiding the truth. Could be.
Yeah. Well, I knew
going to Wawa's.
It's hard. It's hard. I've bought things. See, now if I've bought things as sterling and I'm selling them back as sterling,
right? That's a good idea. She said on the YouTube auctions jewelry, she always asks if they test.
Okay.
I tell you what's been interesting, and I can't even speak today, gathering my attention is crystals. I don't know anything about them, but I think they're really cool.
I like
to know more.
I like natural materials. I agree. Yes. It didn't last on my engagement ring because they coated that in rhodium, but they coated supposedly gold, and that when I had my ring size, they cut out the stamp, and now I feel like upset that they didn't re-stamp it.
Yeah. She said rhodium is something like 100 times stronger than sterling, and it doesn't tarnish. That's why they cover the 925 with it.
I mean, I've bought some vermeil, and it feels like the coating has come off, just in general. And I wish there was easier ways to like re-coat things.
Yeah, she says she keeps her kit next to her desk. That way, if somebody asks, she can test it and see right then. And then she's got the gem tester. Now, you just got the gem tester, didn't you?
I bought a gem tester, but I bought the one that supposedly could tell, but like I could tell that it's CZ versus diamond, and I could tell usually stones will make it move a little, but the CZs don't move at all. So, but I can't tell. I don't think it doesn't distinguish moissanite, and I heard that the Presidio one also. I mean, there's a new one that's coming out that will be able to tell moissanite, but the one that they sell like on Amazon for like $260, I mean, it could tell you if you have glass, but I heard it's kind of hard to know exactly what stone.
Yvonne wants to know, how do you know when to call something a rhinestone?
Okay, now I think that's very much like, I'm sure there's some technical term on Google. However, what I'll say is rhinestone, crystal. I mean, I don't want to just say what I usually know. If it's set nicely with prongs or with like little dot prongs or with like actual prongs, I would call it mostly a rhinestone. And if it's kind of glued in, I might just say crystal. But I'm not saying like Austrian crystal, but it's a crystal like reflective surface. It's hard. I might say a crystal rhinestone instead of just a rhinestone. I don't know what to say, honestly.
Okay.
But, there's definitely well-made versus not well-made. Maybe someone can clarify how I'm screwing people over.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I'm always afraid to list something that I'm not sure of because I don't want somebody to have to send it back. And, And another thing that throws me off sometimes is most things, there are some things that looks like pewter, but it's not.
That's hard to tell. How do you test for pewter if you don't?
I don't. I mean, Sometimes it'll say it on the back.
I have some very old
it's not
pewter salt and peppers, and it says 100% pewter. So I'm going to assume it's pewter, and so I'll show what it says.
Right. I just bought this little pewter Pomeranian pin. I thought I had it right here. It's so cute.
It's hard. I mean, I know, like, we can personally purchase Swarovski crystals, and those are nicely cut and well made. But a lot of people will put the word Swarovski where they shouldn't, and that annoys people too.
Hey, Debbie. We just talked about jewelry and how to identify certain things, before we sell it.
We were talking jewelry, and I don't even have my jewelry to me to show.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's good.
I have a hard time, I have a hard time sometimes with my vintage, and like I know what freshwater pearls look like, and I know if the pearls look slightly irregular, that they would be a genuine cultured pearl. Even like, see, I just don't know what to say. Now, my grandmother had she called them the real pearls, and I cut them up and made earrings out of it, which is kind of dumb. But I've bought things, and I don't know what to say sometimes about pearls. I feel like I don't want to get into trouble. But, honestly, like, if I don't charge big money prices usually, unless I know for sure that it's something good, right? I mean, I feel like I'm fair market value or even less. Mm-hmm. So I'm not trying to deceive people.
Right. So another question regarding jumping back to sterling. Do people put like really trashy stones in sterling, or is it usually a decent stone?
Okay. As a jeweler who made jewelry in the 90s, I'll tell you that we set all sorts of stuff into sterling. That doesn't mean we didn't, if we wanted to sell it, we would put, but I've put shell. I've had cabochons, actual cabochons made out of shell that I put in. I've set pearls into it, like, we called them B-well pearls if they were like big and flat on one side. I've set garnets and amethysts and onyx. I never wanted to personally set something not valuable, but that doesn't mean other people did. Now, and value is very relative as well, because sometimes, I mean, like, I went to gem wholesalers and I went to the gem and mineral shows, and I could have been deceived as well. I mean, if I bought stuff that someone said is pretty much, they were like legitimate salespeople, but I never set faceted stones. Right. So, I mean, unless it was a cab that was faceted, I did prong setting once in my whole jewelry career.
Yeah, exactly, Yvonne. I do too. They have knots. They have nice clasp. But
and I've seen some redone pearls that are real and they don't have knots. And then I'm thinking, why would you even do that? And anybody that puts sterling and pearls in the same necklace, I really want to punch them in the head, because if you want to like slightly shine up your sterling, like, you can't dip it, and even just rubbing on a pearl, you could take away the nacre. The nacre is the outside iridescent lustrous coating, and pearls are very soft. I've tried to drill pearls and I've gotten very expensive dust because the drill bit just like made the whole thing collapse.
I have a tanzanite ring, and it's in sterling. I bought it when we went on a cruise.
Now I've actually had some diamonds set in sterling, but it's not done often now at all. But they used to do it in the 90s and earlier. So, I mean, I'm sure some places, I'm sure they're not super high grade diamonds at all. And usually they're teeny tiny. days, but it's happened.
Yeah. Debbie says sterling is high end to low end. Exactly. Yvonne says she's got a huge garnet in sterling.
She says 1,000 loose gemstones she's collected and ametrine. That's pretty. I have a large, I have a collection that I'm probably not going to do anything with, but I don't even know, I wouldn't know how to begin to sell. I even have
Jane. We're talking jewelry, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
I know I've seen some of Jane's videos. I know she likes to collect some jewelry.
I have an interesting piece that I think is, I think it's a Miriam Haskell, and that the clasp has been changed, so it's not marked. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how to list it, because if it's a Haskell, it's really Haskell-like. I could show it. You could have to find it if you want to see. We could have.
Deborah says we should do a loose gemstone sale next year.
If I could get a handle on like what they're worth, and I could make back my money and a little profit for my time, I would say okay. But I'm not going to sell them at a complete and total loss, if you know what I mean.
They said show us, yes. Jennifer said, well, by the way, public service announcement. Jennifer says it's going to take them 10 minutes to make her shake at Wawa.
10 minutes?
That's a long time for a shake, Jennifer. Were they milking a cow, freezing it?
Milking a cow. All right, now this is fun. This came in one of those bundle boxes. This is a fine piece of jewelry at times.
That was a big thing for a while.
I know, but is anybody still interested in that?
Yeah. Hey, Belle. We're talking jewelry today, Belle.
All right, so this was the tester I bought. Very fancy.
Jane says she has a few labradorite cabochons and some.
All right, this is like my version of my microscope. I have lights.
That's how she's been walking around lately, y'all.
And yeah, so that's what it has 2 flip down panels. I wear my glasses. I wear these 2 layers of magnification, and then I use the loop attachment. Why can't I find my stuff? Because everything's.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
All right, all because I wanted to show you that thing that looks like Miriam Haskell. Ah, here it is. Now, I don't know if anybody knows Miriam Haskell, but she uses brass bronze. I believe the center black cameo is jet. It has faceted edges. So, and it's set exactly like Miriam Haskell. Now, this is an interesting thing. If you look closely, there's little owls along the edges. All the little edge art is owls, and then there's leaves holding it in.
Oh, that's pretty. That's the thing you showed me the other day.
Yeah, and it's a substantial size.
I mean, a pendant, not a brooch.
So, but the owls are interesting, and the branches are interesting, and the cameo is interesting, and I think, is it wired? This is all soldered together. It's all soldered.
Hold it up close again. That's really pretty. It's so odd.
And then the chain is thick that they have with it, and it's the same amount of tarnish. The jump rings look of a different substance, but I think the clasp, like Miriam Haskell used to have round.
Debbie says she gave one to her mom. Like it, she says she thinks it's German.
They have, see, that's the thing. It's either German, and people just say German, or they say.
Jane says she usually wired her pieces together. The person you're talking about.
I've seen some that were soldered and not wired, but I'm sure that, I don't think that she worked alone. I mean, I think people made stuff for her, and but and I know she had a business also, like with her husband.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, Belle. You might be hearing my fan,
No,
but I can't breathe, so I have to have it on. Sorry.
there was no eggs or bacon made for me. So see,
Can y'all hear my fan?
I'm I'm just laughing because talk about crystals. This is a pendant. It's huge. It's like a potato. It's like real rock. It's just a
Pretty.
rock that someone put a bail on.
Oh,
And
Debbie says Susie has her TV on.
I don't have my TV on. Mr. Woozy does.
Mr. Woozy has the TV on. You got it? Okay.
I have to leave. I have to leave the jewelry area because the TV is so loud. I'm trying to find it for him to hear. Hold on.
You got to get Mr. Woozy some headphones that goes with the TV.
Let me tell you. I've thought that. You're saying my thoughts out loud. That's not fair. I said, when I'm
I
on
have my fan on, Jane. If my fan is bothering y'all, let me know. Since my son has a heater on, because he got a little chilly, not much, and I can't breathe.
All right, this was the discussion about to rhinestone or to crystal. How would you describe something?
Oh, that's pretty.
Like
I love it. A mosquito hawk.
Now, I would say just crystal rhinestone almost. I don't know what to say. It's obviously a costume piece. It's not that fancy, but I wouldn't be asking big bucks. But if I had a Regency one, I'd ask big bucks.
She said you should try to get with Dr. Lori. Yeah, you can like pay her to do like a quick thing over the internet with you.
Oh, you just say blingy. I'm gonna list it for the same price, whether it's Miriam Haskell or German. So maybe I'll just put a question mark next to, just say it's a vintage handmade piece kind of thing. Like it's I have not seen anything like it ever. Not ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done various searches.
Debbie says she tends to go with blingy.
Blingy.
I like the word statement too.
Statement is good. Big statement for big necklaces.
And then if it's something I don't know if it's vintage, I'll stick a question mark behind the word vintage.
But I mean, like, I would think that if somebody can't really see what's going on, and
she does free YouTube evaluations. Just sub to her YouTube channel.
Okay,
I used to watch her a lot, but her attitude is so irritating.
I'm sorry for laughing. That just cracked me up a little.
Jane wants to know if you've ever seen Dawn at Hudson Vintage and how to wear it. Dawn Venicoli is a great MH fan and has a lot of knowledge to share.
Okay.
Maybe you can ask.
Dawn at Hudson Vintage. Okay. I don't know
I've
that.
never heard of her before. Write that down. You're going to forget, and don't ask me because I won't remember.
Wait. Go back. Highlight that comment again.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a screenshot.
It's at Hudson Vintage.
I did a screenshot, so now I can look at the photograph.
There you go. Got it. Thank you, Jane.
Well, I have some really nice old pieces, and then but mostly what I have had been sent or purchased with my lots of jewelry is junk. I mean, I used to make stuff. I don't sell it anymore. Usually, I mean, I'll sell the earrings that I've cold connected, but I don't usually sell soldered pieces anymore.
Debbie says she's a big Miriam collector.
Oh, did you see what I was showing? She said it looked German to her, not Miriam.
Yeah.
Well,
Steph
Miriam
said that,
Haskell,
Dawn at Hudson is a lovely person.
Miriam Haskell pieces, and I think I'm thinking of Miriam Haskell in that Regency. But there was somebody, like one of these people used to sell to Princess Grace, and she had every piece in every collection that woman ever had. So that's kind of cool. But, obviously.
Deborah did a collab with the girl Dawn at Hudson, and she said they were in the back room for 3 hours talking jewelry.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. How's it going, Steph? Jane says she agrees. This was a good little chat. I got some knowledge that I didn't have yesterday or earlier today. I usually just call Suzy and show her a picture like, what do you think?
I mean, I try to do Google searches. I've done just general.
She said Deborah said her collab was with Dr. Lori. Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, if you all want to, if you ever want to, I wonder if like some of us are friends on I want to say Facebook, or I don't really go to Facebook, but through Facebook you could messenger me and we could talk about stuff. That could be nice. I was just trying to sell things because we're eventually soon, hopefully, eventually or soon, I don't know, sooner or later, we're moving. And I would like to sell some stuff before I just donate it or throw it in the big dumpster that I tell everybody to dive in. Because that'll be horrible. Because Tony said he's getting a dumpster for his house.
She saw Deborah with Dr. Lori. Deborah, you have the link for that? Jennifer says she doesn't have any Haskell. I know I should have.
I think I've sold stuff before I knew what I was selling. And I've sold designer stuff just saying, oh, yeah, it's marked this. And then people will be like, okay, I'll give you the $10 for it. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, what was I doing? I was giving away some nice stuff.
Yeah. It is good to have the same name across all the platforms. That way.
Deborah, you just got a big compliment. So they're saying you look like you had more knowledge than Dr. Lori. So see that? Is Dr. Lori a real doctor, or is she just calling herself the jewelry?
She has a lot of titles behind her name, which I guess gives her the right to be snooty if she wants to be.
Well, wait,
she does like have a lot of knowledge. She is very knowledgeable.
I mean, I have a degree in jewelry. Does that matter? It means nothing.
No, I mean, she has I think she does have her doctorate and stuff. Okay. She's worked at different. I mean, her knowledge is broad based, not just jewelry.
Right.
It's everything.
When I went to jewelry school, I got a degree in jewelry metalsmithing, and I have had pieces in craft galleries and art galleries, but I do not claim to be any kind of a vintage / even at this point current jewelry expert. I just made stuff and they bought it and sold it, but or I had stuff on consignment. But I know, I mean, I know how to saw metal and I have solder.
Yeah. She has a doctorate. Yeah, that's right. But she thinks she knows everything about everything.
If you have a doctorate, you are allowed to call yourself doctor. But, if you just introduce yourself as I am Dr. So-and-so, usually...
She is very knowledgeable about a lot of things. I just think somebody who specializes in one thing knows more than somebody who specializes in everything. Right. She's a teacher, an appraiser, a museum curator. Right. She's a lot of things. And she does. She has decades of experience under her belt. She really does.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. I mean, if I enjoy when I watch, I don't know if any of you watch it, but occasionally if I come across the Antiques Roadshow, I love watching that. And I love when they find some like people stuff that people don't know they have and it's worth money. I kind of get a kick when they say, "Hey, we stood in line and it's worth 10 cents." But like usually, it's like a lot of fun to watch.
Right.
I love that. It's like treasure hunting.
Yeah. Hey, Cameron.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Dr. Love.
Talking jewelry, and you know, we're sharing our knowledge about different things in jewelry.
She's looking
at. Oh
at
yeah, I like that too, Jane. The Antiques Roadshow.
I was just saying how I enjoy when they I enjoy that.
Yeah, I don't laugh. I like to watch the shows with the different pickers and stuff because I like junky stuff. I like glass. I'm not per se the jewelry person. Like, I like brooches, but I'm not a big, I'm going to buy all this jewelry. I like glass. Steph wants to know who's Dr. Lori. She's an appraiser, a curator, a teacher. She does a lot, and she does appraises on YouTube, and she has, like, she'll go to different sites, and then people in the audience can bring something and she'll appraise it for them.
Hi, Cameron. Hi, Steph.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Jennifer. So how's the milkshake? Because
it better be good. Waiting 10 minutes. That's all I got to say.
They cost, but one day I'm likely to want to get a vanilla and a chocolate and do a taste test.
Okay, well, you do it before the show so you can give your opinion.
Do it for the show?
Yeah, right before the show so you can do it.
I don't usually want to eat milkshakes this early in the morning, but we'll see.
Yeah, I heard he's really good, George. I think he does a lot with Jocelyn. What flavor? Jennifer got chocolate.
She got chocolate. I usually would get vanilla. Personally, I'm kind of date. I really like a Frosty from.
I was just getting ready to say I think I might go get one of those for lunch because I just don't have an appetite. I've just been eating junk, which is terrible.
Well, we won't tell Mr. Woozy. He didn't make me eggs or bacon, but I took the last 2 cookies. So.
Yeah, Yvonne says that George is really good and he's nice. So that makes a big difference. All right,
difference. Deborah, thanks for participating.
Hi, Deborah. Okay. Appreciate your knowledge, hon.
The best
chocolate shake.
It
was worth the 10 minutes.
Well, maybe we'll buy one, and if I don't, want to have it, Mr. Boozy will have it. He likes chocolate shake.
Yeah, Garrett likes vanilla.
I was going to try to find a cabochon that wasn't necessarily a gem, just so I would still call it a cabochon. Sorry to Mr. Google, who thinks that all cabochons. See, now technically, these are faceted stones, but they are set like cabs. They do not have prongs, and they're just set in the metal. And even though I would even call it a faceted cab.
Yeah, I had looked up on Google the different types of settings, so I can kind of. And then you had helped me with that one day. So.
Yeah, because there's no prongs. It's set. I mean, now there's. If you want to get technical, there's pressure set, there's channel set, there's prong set. To me, cabochon is a way to set a stone, even though it's usually a dome shaped stone, so that you can put pressure around the metal that it's sitting in, and then that's how you would set it technically in a jewelry shop. But sometimes I believe there's glue assistance to hold the stone in or in place. Yeah. So that's like I said, that's what I would call it.
Yeah. Jennifer says now her hands are freezing. Jennifer, my sister loves to eat ice cream. Me too. In the winter, I don't know why.
You need to eat it, hold it with a napkin, towel, or
And
wear
sit under a
gloves.
blanket and eat it.
See, now
It's the
this
best food.
I would call this a cab also. However, it is not set above the stone.
So would it
Well,
also be a flat setting?
see,
Or flush?
I think that this it's a cheater ring because the way it's set, it looks like a cab, but on the inside there's prongs.
Right.
So it really is prong set, but the way they designed it is kind of cool. I like that because I'll tell you something about prong rings. If you are a sweater wearer and you're like a hand talker, if you like to gesticulate wildly, I've gotten prongs stuck on sweaters and yanked a big
Yeah.
piece of string out of them. So I prefer a cap set ring personally,
Yeah.
rather than prongs.
Yeah. See, my sister chimed in. Yes.
What's yes? For
Sit under a blanket and eat ice cream when it's cold. Kane says the stone sits on a ledge and the metal is folded over the stone to hold it tight. Not hard to damage the stone.
um I, I've designed jewelry and made jewelry, and yes, it's a way to set a stone in. That's technically how it is. But we were talking about cabochons before. Bezel setting is like I'm just like looking in what's sitting here. Now this is a ring I find very attractive, but it's definitely made out of a stone. I mean, it's really interesting. It's old. And it almost looks like that kind of Haskell style too. Like they have those. But it's also unmarked, and I don't believe it is. But it could be that old German stuff. Definitely unusual. But I would say the way that these are set is bezel.
Steph says, if you gesticulate wildly.
Some people are very emotional talkers and they talk with their hands. I guess I said I'm 3% Italian, and then it's the hand talking.
Jennifer says she usually gets the paper thing that goes around the cup, but she forgot. Now you need to either put gloves on, get a towel, something to hold it. And she forgot her OJ. That's her new favorite drink. Because she forgot to she quit drinking soda. Debbie says she likes coffee and water. Well, y'all know what I'm addicted to: Coke Zero and Diet Dr. Pepper.
I started drinking coffee again, so I'm drinking less sodas, but I do enjoy my Diet Cokes. The Coke Zeros are the Diet Cokes that I'm talking about. And you're right, I do like them a lot, but I was getting a lot of trapped air. That's all I'm gonna say. When you trap air in your body, you could call it something else, but I'm calling it trapped air. And so I'm trying to drink things that are less carbonated.
Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee, especially when it's cold.
You mean when it's hot? Oh, cold, because you drink hot coffee.
When it's cold out. Now, for cold, I'm not a big cold coffee drinker, but Dunkin' Donuts frozen mocha is so good. I don't do it often because it's nothing but sugar, but
I never had.
Mocha is to die for.
Can they make a diet one with sugar?
The only thing they make diet there is vanilla. Right. I don't like it. None of them. Everybody, they only do vanilla, so the chocolate must not come sugar free. But I bought chocolate syrup, sugar free, and it's got a funny taste to it. I don't like it.
I'm gonna tell you that when you were saying you bought that chocolate that's sugar free, I was gonna say I bought the Hershey sugar free chocolate and I threw it in the garbage because it tasted like poison.
I bought a cheaper brand, and I bought Hershey's, and it's got a weird taste to it. I just do not drink something chocolate.
I'm gonna say that to Hershey, that they really got to do better with that diet. That
Yeah.
sugar-free chocolate is nasty. Their regular chocolate is nice, and they're, ugh.
Not necessarily, Debbie. They sell the cold brews. It's a different, I don't know how they brew it is different or something.
Okay, there's a cold brew coffee now that's out there that they charge a lot of money for. But yes, they do sell cold coffee that's just iced coffee. Yeah, you could get that.
Now, my coffee maker, if I want to do it iced, it's a different setting, but I think it comes out slower so it doesn't melt your ice.
I say, well, if you really want to get like fancy, you could freeze up some ice cubes and put that in your coffee. I cold brewed and it was a pain in my neck. I got like a big, I'll say mason jar, and I put coffee and water in it and I let it sit overnight, and it tasted really good, but you have to filter out the grounds, and that was kind of hard. It made it like a little messy in the morning when you want it to be easy. So it might be nice if you filter the grounds, then put it back.
Yeah, I thought about like freezing coffee in ice cubes to make it, that way it doesn't get all.
Maybe
but
one
when
day.
I do it in the coffee pot under the cold brew thing, it doesn't come out weaker or watery.
I don't mind it a little diluted, but Mr. Woozy has a spare freezer. He has got like a trunk, like a freezer trunk that, like, you could probably buy a side of beef and put in there. My freezer holds about, I'm going to say it holds ice cubes, and it holds like 10 more things. And you have to decide what those 10 things should be. It's not, I don't know. Back in the day, it felt like I could freeze everything I wanted. No, not at all. My freezers are so tiny.
Now, there's Starbucks hacks out there that you buy a venti and then a medium, and you ask for a venti cup or something. I don't know. But did you see those hacks where they take a McDonald's drink and a small and they pour it in all the different cups and it still fills all the cups? I don't know if that's true.
I want to tell you, I worked at McDonald's, and of course it was back in the dark ages, because I was 14, and they used to say on the cups, they had golden arches on the cups, and they used to say, fill the ice to the top of the arch. And I was saying, that's nearly the whole entire thing. I mean, they left like 2 inches not filled, and on a large. And so if you ask for the same beverage, it basically was, they were giving you like probably 8 to 10 ounces in a very large cup. If you got just the cup with no ice, you could have like shared it with everybody at your table.
Yeah. Greg said he saw that video, and there were several people who did it. And that little guy Cameron, and he goes, "Is this really true?" He's funny, and he'll try stuff, and he never does it right. But
if you work at a bar and you own a bar or a restaurant, and they fill the entire glass with ice, they are saving hundreds of dollars a year, thousands maybe, by not filling the whole glass with beverage. So it's definitely, if you can somehow, if you're thirsty, I mean, you either ask for 1 ice cube or 2 ice cubes and then the rest drink, or, I mean, it's seriously, there's hardly anything to drink. I've sucked out 3 sips of drink from an entire glass filled with ice.
Yeah. You know, the Starbucks refreshers, I get the passion fruit tea, and then you add a little bit of heavy cream to it and ice, and you get that one of the pink drink from Starbucks. Debbie says she's just a snob. No, you're not, Debbie. Jane says, always ask for no ice. Well, Jane, if I was as cold as y'all over there, I wouldn't ask for ice either.
I ask for no ice usually, but occasionally I have regretted it. But it's I'm telling you, for the most part, I prefer a no ice beverage. It comes out cold enough for me. I'm freezing all the time.
Yeah.
I sit on a heating pad all day now. Just to keep warm.
Jane says it's like the butcher putting a thumb on the scale.
Kind of. Or like an extra piece of butcher paper or something. I mean, there's something called tear weight, and it's the weight of the container. And if they say that meat is, let's just say, $10 a pound, they're not supposed to include the container or the papers or the plastic bag or any other thing. And they're supposed to reset the scale once they start adding the meat, or I'll say. And even in salad bars, the stores are supposed to subtract the container tear weight. And one of the local retailers near here never did the tear equalization. And they figured out that he screwed people of like millions of dollars over the amount of stuff he sold through the years. So he got put in jail for that. It's not a joke. He actually did hard time for stealing tear money.
Not here, Jane. They're almost $2 a drink.
Well, okay, but she's trying. I think she meant by that is when I worked in restaurants, a fountain drink has mostly like carbonated water and a concentrate that's included. And basically for a large, it was about 4 or 5 cents.
Oh, cheap for the restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah. It never really cost that much to make a large beverage.
Right.
Back in the day. I don't know now how much that the syrup costs, but it was very, very, very reasonable back when I worked in the restaurant industry for that.
Deborah, Steph would like to do a collaboration tonight or sometime with the Simpson jewelry.
I just never liked when a lot of the stores around here wouldn't actually make the object you're buying on sale. And then you're buying it and you're waiting for it to come up with that, let's just say, instead of $2, $1.79, and it comes up the $2 regular price. Right. And if they do that to everybody day after day. Oh, and the same thing at the gas pumps when they top off your tank. If they top off your tank and make like 50 cents extra on every sale, even if it drips down the side of your car, they're making a fortune.
Well, here we don't have anybody topping off our tanks. We do it ourselves.
We're so spoiled.
I know y'all gas snobs.
I'm going to tell you something. All the gas tanks, all the new gas stations have it so that you have to, you could put the credit card in at the pump, because they're getting ready to ditch that whole scenario. I think there's only 2 states left that do it. I think it's Oregon and New Jersey, but they're waiting. The gas stations are going can't wait. I'm going to make money. They're going to charge the same money.
Imagine if somebody pumped my gas for me.
Well, I once tried to pump my gas in New York, and let me tell you that, what is this about the emails? I'm going to...
Yeah, it has, Jane.
So, Simpson's Jewelry Channel. What about the if so, email me? What is that in relation to?
Oh, she's talking to Steph. They want to do a collab together.
That's sweet. That's nice.
Well, Suzy, you're just about to wrap it up because I'm getting exhausted.
We just
guys. Huh?
We could just say, have a good day, and thanks for stopping by. And if you want to talk to me about jewelry or let me know, and I'll talk as much as I want or can.
All right, y'all. We will see y'all next week, or maybe we might pop up during the week. Who knows? All right, y'all have a blessed day.
Take care. Bye, everybody.
See you later.